arrived here at Vidal last night or yesterday afternoon. This is the first morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. The water so far, as I felt it, is ice cold. Current is screaming from south to north now. Yesterday it was north to south, now it's south to north. A lovely little hole over there. I'm going to throw a small bait and see if there's not something in the water. Just go and test my theory out about the water temperature. Otherwise I'm going to be fishing for very small fish after this. I'm using again, of course, my Saltwater 5000 with a new Poseidon edible rod. It's 15 foot in length. And yeah, I'm just going to use a grapple sinker because the sea is washing. I've got langoustine and choco on with a 3040 soy hook using 21 kilo Maxima, 18 kilo to my hook snoot, my sinker snoot. So if I do get stuck, I'll break that off. I'm using 20-pound gator braid. Let's see what happens. As I thought, current is screaming from south to north. We had a hell of a thunderstorm last night, and I'm sure that's also what's put some of these fish off. But the current is screaming this way. I've walked literally 30-40 meters already. I haven't even been in the water 2 minutes. I'm definitely going to have to go over to a smaller rod. If you have a look over here, over there, there's a lovely big hole. I'm going to stand on the ledge here and just flick behind it and see what happens. Nice looking holes there, catching wave garrick and stuff like that, as well as some of our other little rockfish. If you look in the holes, there's no fish. There's absolutely no fish in any of these holes, cracks or anything like that. And the water is cold. It is flipping cold. Okay, we're going to the backup plan, which is basically catching the smallest fish around. The sea is not nice, the rain's coming as well, so I'm gonna see if I can't catch a stone brim or some sort of a rockfish to break my blob. Hey, get a bit of confidence up, because I tell you what, I don't have too much confidence at the moment with what I'm doing and what I'm catching. Well, I'm not catching anything with what I'm doing, so oh, catch one little fish, I'll be a happy man, because I have fished a good couple of hours and no bites so far. So get my confidence level up a bit here, because I don't believe there's any fish in this ocean. I'm just going to take out a little trace here, which I think might work. It's normally my little stone beam traces that I'm using. It's 4 kilo Maxima Ultra Green, or 4.5 kilo. A very small power swivel that I've attached to it. Little hook, a little 1 ounce pair sinker, and I'm going to get some langos, a bit of cotton, pink rod, and all I'm doing is taking our, this is a fly hook that we use in fly fishing, and for some reason I can't remember what the code is for it, but I know it's an ST mustard hook. ST I think stands for stone fly, I'm not too sure. But it's one of the hooks that we sell there at Kingfisher. It's very sharp, and I tell you what, when it comes to catching stone bream, it's an absolute brilliant hook to use. Okay, so that's all that it is. Get that loose there. What I'm using is my little Crossfire 8-foot 2-piece. I'm using the BG 3000 with 10-pound gator braid. And that's a little outfit that I use for catching these fish. So let's see if I can get one. There we go, I had a bite. Literally on my first throw. So I'm much more excited about the prospect of actually catching a fish. Let's put a piece of prawn on again. The thunder and lightning kept me awake for a long time last night. And the westerly's starting to blow harder too now as well, which hopefully makes the water a bit warmer. What I'm looking for is little protected little bays in that I'm throwing into, where the fish might sit and hide away from the current that's so strong. There we go, there we go. I was sleeping! There it is, come on, come on. Come fishing, there it is. I got him! I got him! I got him! One little damsel. What we got is one of these banded damsels that you get over here. A very aggressive feeder. It's taking my hook quite far down, so all I'm going to do is just snip it off, and we're going to let him go as quickly as we can. A very aggressive little feeder there. Let's go try catch some more fish. Okay, we've just moved down to another spot that I know quite well. And I'm actually just getting a boat right now. Damn it. There's definitely little fish here. There we go, got him! I told you, confidence level, as soon as you get one. Oh, come on! As soon as you get one fish, the other fish start coming. There it is. There we go. I don't know what fish it is, could be a crayfish. No, here it comes. Baby fish, whatever it is. Okay. Oh look, the baby blacktail. What we've got here is a lovely little blacktail. We're going to catch him and put him back. Gave me a nice little tussle. Put him back in the water here. There comes the thunder and lightning. You can hear it. There we go again. Another lovely little blacktail. Well, there's definitely blacktail around. And we know they don't mind the cold water. Ooh, I just had a bite again. I love it. Felt like another little blacktail. Oh, there it is. Oh no, man. And then you kick yourself when you do something stupid like that. That was a good bite. I don't think I've got any bait left. Let me go put some more bait on rather. Very interesting bite. Ah. Bite in, the bite disappeared. And he took off all my bait again. Hey boy. I had to run and get my raincoat. The fish are starting to feed quite nicely here. And I've had one or two decent bites and I missed both of them. But we'll see if we can catch him now. But there's the thunder, there's the rain. Big cloud bank coming towards us. And the rain's starting to fall. I can tell you now, it's gonna be minutes before that rain hits us. There he is, there he is, there he is. Come on, eat. Eat. Come on. There he goes, there he goes. There he goes. Oh, I got him! It's actually quite a nice little fish, this one. A little blacktail again. Definitely a blacktail. Stony. One of my target species, a little stone brim. Lovely little fish. Catch a lot of them here. I'm just going to take the hook out quickly. This is one of many little species that we actually get here. Great fun on light tackle. Bring your kids down and you can have an absolute ball catching these stone bream. There we go. Put him back. This is a baby one. They get a lot bigger than this. I'm changing over to a double hook trace now. It's the same trace that I did before. The only difference is I've got two hooks on it. The downfall of a double hook trace, fishing in very shallow water like we're doing now for the stonies, is that the second hook could get caught up. So you've got one hook on the top, one hook down here and your little sinker. Just throwing in again. There he is, there he is. Oh, got him! Feels more like a stone bream. Let's see what pops up here. Whee! One lovely stone bream again. Another lovely little stone bream. And this is absolute fun on this light tackle. Basically we are in the ledges now. I'm going to take a knife to a gunfight and let's see what happens. See if I get beaten badly. Yeah, and I got beaten badly. Okay, try again. I've swapped over now to my new Poseidon, the one that I'm testing out, the edible. Only because it's just too strong the current to use that light little rod that I was using, the Crossfire. I've got 20-pound J-braid on, my Saltiga 5000, and there comes the rain and thunder like you cannot believe it. One big white cloud if you look over there. That's coming through. So I've got very limited time here. Just wanted to see if there wasn't a fish on that bank there. I'm going to basically start dipsticking, and here comes the wind. I think that's going to be a better option for a rock cod or something. The dipsticking method that I'm going to be using here, we use quite thick nylon, and this will be Maxima 27 kilo. I don't go much lighter than that, and we're literally going to walk around dropping the sinker into each hole that we can find, each crack, each hole, and see what we can catch. We do go very heavy on the tackle because there's a lot of oysters and that we get cut off on, and the fish generally don't take too much string except into their holes, into their cracks. I'm using a very light sinker snoot, so if my sinker does get hooked up, we can cut it off. And this whole trace is quite a short trace, not a very long trace at all. I'm using 18 kilo here. I'm going to make it about 30 centimeters in length. Using a weed eater sinker, which I'm going to cut down a bit. Well, I might just leave it like that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm using the Tuna Circle 5.0. Again, going to be using 27 kilo nylon to it, and not long at all. Just snelling the hook quickly. Because of all the rain we've had, my fingers are actually gone white. I'm just going to use a little added attractor here. Something very bright, one of these little beads that we always use. Stick one of them on just for a bit more color in the water, a little bit of flotation, a bit more movement. It generally helps. Cut off all the tag ends. Going to use a bit of chocker bait. We'll find some chocker here. And we just cut thin strips out of it. It works very well for the rock cod. And all we're doing is just putting the chocker on like that. Nothing fancy. Leaving a couple of tentacles sticking open. That's literally all we're doing. So there's the whole trace. Take some extra legs so I don't have to keep on walking backwards and forwards, and I'm just going to go into all the holes that I can find and just drop it. While dipsticking, I caught this lovely little stonefish. Very hardy little fish. He hangs around the rocks a lot. And there he goes. That's my first fish on dipsticking, second throw. So I'm going to go back and carry on trying. Could be a crayfish bite there.